It was a moment that sent shockwaves through fans around the world. George Clooney, the suave and iconic actor known for his roles in Ocean's 11, Michael Clayton, and Gravity, was rushed to the hospital under what sources initially described as a medical emergency. Details were scarce at first, with reps only confirming that the 63-year-old Oscar winner had been admitted for an urgent evaluation. The sudden health scare left fans in deep concern, especially given George's history of pushing his physical limits for movie roles and his vocal commitment to social activism and travel. Witnesses at the scene described an atmosphere of chaos and urgency as George was escorted into the facility late in the evening, his face pale and his steps reportedly unsteady. The paparazzi gathered rapidly outside, but even the most aggressive photographers lowered their lenses as the gravity of the situation became evident. Something was seriously wrong. Almost instantly, social media platforms exploded with speculation. Was it a heart issue? A stroke? Exhaustion from overwork? Concerned fans across the globe poured out messages of love and support for George and his family, desperately awaiting an official update. Some even called on journalists to respect the family's privacy, while others pressed for details, wanting to know what had really happened behind those hospital doors. But for days, there was radio silence from the Clooney camp. No posts, no press releases, no comments, just a vacuum of worry, fear, and guesswork. It wasn't until Amal Clooney, the internationally renowned human rights lawyer and George's wife of nearly a decade, finally broke her silence that the world got a clearer picture. And now, the moment everyone's been waiting for, Amal Clooney has spoken. Her words were not given via a flashy red carpet interview or social media post, but through a heartfelt and deeply personal statement released to a trusted news outlet. Amal began her message with gratitude. First and foremost, thank you to everyone who has expressed concern and sent messages of love and support over the past few days. George and I have felt every bit of it. She continued, clarifying that George had suffered a severe but manageable health episode, and that he was currently recovering with the same humor and grace that have defined him throughout his life. Her voice, though calm, was laced with emotion as she spoke about the terrifying moment she received the call. Nothing prepares you for that kind of phone call. One moment, you're focused on your work, and the next, your entire world narrows to a single point: is he okay? Amal, who is no stranger to high-pressure situations, admitted that nothing she's ever faced compared to that moment of helplessness. In her statement, Amal revealed that George had suffered a sudden drop in blood pressure followed by severe dehydration, likely linked to a combination of stress, travel, and exhaustion. The couple had recently returned from a humanitarian trip in Africa, where George had been working closely with Amal on documenting human rights abuses. We both push ourselves, she admitted, but this was a wake-up call. George has always been passionate, intense, and relentless in everything he does, but sometimes even the strongest among us have to stop. Doctors confirmed that Clooney's condition could have become life-threatening if not addressed quickly. The doctors were incredible, Amal said. They acted swiftly and decisively, and for that, I'll be forever grateful. She also made it clear that George is now home and recovering in a safe, calm environment, surrounded by family, friends, and, as Amal put it, an embarrassing amount of soup. What truly made Amal's statement resonate with fans worldwide was the raw vulnerability she displayed. Known for her composed and brilliant public persona, Amal opened up in a way rarely seen. She shared that watching George go through something so fragile reminded her that love isn't just about grand gestures and red carpet appearances. It's about holding his hand at 3 a.m. when he's struggling to sleep. It's about whispering jokes just to see him smile, even when I'm terrified inside. Her statement concluded with a message that went far beyond Hollywood. Amal urged others to take their health seriously, to not ignore the signs, and to always tell your loved ones how much they mean to you, even on the busy days. This story is more than a celebrity health scare. It's a reminder that behind every polished public figure lies a human being, vulnerable and mortal. George Clooney's emergency was a shocking jolt, but Amal Clooney's response was a masterclass in grace, love, and courage. She reminded the world that even in the darkest moments, compassion and unity can shine through. Let's take this moment to not just worry about our favorite stars, but to reflect on our own health, our relationships, and the time we spend with those who matter most. Outro. Subscribe to stay updated. If you found this story as powerful and emotional as we did, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. We'll continue to follow this story closely and bring you exclusive insights into George's recovery, Amal's journey, and how this iconic couple plans to move forward after such a life-changing event. You won't want to miss what's next. Thank you for watching, and stay safe, stay kind, and most importantly, stay connected.